Alright, good evening. We're going to go ahead and do some of these problems. Tonight's homework was page 19. You need to work out the odd problem, so 1, 3, 5, so on. Remember, classwork today we did the even numbers, so all the even ones, and that was the classwork grade. So if you didn't finish it and turn it in class, it is due tomorrow morning with your homework as well. So make sure you finish those too. Let's look at number 5. Okay, number 5. Here we've got 6/7 plus 1/3. Since we don't have a common denominator for these two fractions, 6/7 and 1/3, we can't just go ahead and add them. We've got to do some cross multiplying. We're going to do that butterfly method we talked about in class. So I've got 7 times 1, which is going to give me 7 as my new numerator over here. Got 6 times 3, which is going to give me 18 as my new numerator over here. And if I multiply across the bottom, my new denominator is going to be 7 times 3, which is 21. Now, since this is an addition problem, when I go to add these, I'm going to have 8 plus 7, or 18 plus 7, sorry. So 18 plus 7, add that up. 8 and 7 gives me 15. I regroup. I get 25 as my numerator, and I get 21 as my denominator. Now, we talked about this in class. Since my numerator is larger, I need to do some changing of this improper fraction. Now, I know if I have 25, I've got 21 makes a whole. That would leave me 1 with 21 as my denominator still. And how many would I have left over? Yes, 4. So I end up with 1 and 4 21st. That's our first answer. Alright, so let's also look at number 13 tonight. So number 13 says, Elio finished 3/4 of his homework, Tyra finished 2/3 of her homework. What fraction more of his homework did Elio finish than Tyra? So that, how much more, is going to tell me we are going to subtract. So let's look. So here's our problem. We have 3/4, take away 2/3, and since it said how much more, we're going to subtract. Now again, we're going to talk about that butterfly. Since we don't have a common denominator, we can't just add, we've got to do some cross multiplication. 4 times 2 gives me 8. Then I'm going to cross multiply my other side. 3 times 3. 3 times 3 gives me 6. Or, I'm sorry, 9. And 4 times 3 is going to give me 12. So now it's a subtraction problem because we have a subtraction symbol here in the middle. So 9 take away 8 gives me 1. My denominator slides over. We end up with 1/12. Since I have a 1 here as my numerator, I can't regroup this and make this any smaller. It's already in our simplest form. So that's how you do number 5 and number 13 from tonight's homework with our butterfly. Remember, it's important that when we do this cross, that we're multiplying. Even though this says subtraction, we don't subtract until after we have already multiplied cross and across the bottom with these numbers, our new numerators. Okay? So make sure you're careful about that, because even I made a mistake while making the video. Alright? Have a good night.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.